What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, thank you so much, because you could have gone to anybody else's channel, but you decided to come back to mine. And if you're new, thank you, thank you, thank you. Today, we're going to be making some pins or buttons for a client. Now, I've never done these before, not these specific ones. I have done the sublimation pins. However, I can't do those this time around because my printer is broken. It's still over there. But it fell off. My son was playing the Oculus and he hit it and knocked it off of the bookcase there. So it fell and it broke. I was able to put the pieces back together, but somehow the internal part of the printer is damaged. So there's some type of error that keeps showing up, and I'm not really sure how to fix it. I usually figure those things out, but for some reason I just can't figure that one out. I think it's like the whatever has to do with the motherboard of the printer. So I'll either have to get a new one or see if I can find somebody to fix it, but right now it's not on my checklist of getting things done right away. So for a alternative, I chose to do the buttons / pins like this. And I ordered these from off Amazon. I'm gonna put the link in my description down below. But yeah, this is what they look like. This is the front of it. This is the backing. And then they have the little pin that goes in here. So like I said, I've never used these before, so we're going to be working with these together. I'm just going to be trial and error together. It seems quite easy. They also have like the little, I guess it's the backing for once you put your picture in. I'm assuming if you don't use both sides, well, I wouldn't. Yeah, you probably wouldn't want to use both sides because the backing, it'll be on your garment like that, so you won't be able to see the back anyway. So this is the backing for that. Okay, so also what you'll need is, so I looked at a video briefly about these pins, and I saw that the young lady was using cardstock for hers, but I don't have any cardstock, and I also don't really want to use cardstock. So I'm gonna try, I have this photo paper that I've had for like forever, this HP photo paper, and I've used it before. I printed out my son's school pictures. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to use this glossy photo paper. You see, got a little bit of gloss on it. I'm gonna try to use this, and we're gonna see how it works. If that doesn't work, then we'll just use, I have some matte sticker paper. I have regular printer paper. I have another type of sticker paper. So we have options. So also all you need is a inkjet printer. This is a regular at home Canon, I'm not sure, T something, but this is a inexpensive printer that you can buy at Walmart, anywhere. Doesn't cost you that much, and it's an inkjet, and it'll work just perfectly fine for printing photos and things like that. So now that we have the items that we need, let's get to it. I already uploaded the pictures into Design Space, and let's go ahead and cut these out. So let's see. We got to measure. I'm sure the measurements were on the order form. Go ahead and measure this really quick so I can see. And I'm going to measure the back, or should I measure the front, because I just want to make sure. Okay, so I'll measure the inside of this. it looks like it's about 2.75. 2.75. I think that's what that is. About 2.75. So let me double check really quickly on the dimensions. Not there. Okay, so it says 2.76. I was close. 2.76 inches. All right, so we're gonna go with that. All right, so now what we want to do is make a circle. We're gonna grab the shape, I want to say shape builder tool, but we're not in Illustrator, but it's still a shape builder. So we're gonna grab the shape, the circle, and then go right up here and put our dimensions at 2.76, like that. That is really small. Okay, so these two are this photo right here is one picture, and then this photo will be another picture right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this circle that we just made, and I'm going to put it right over the photo that they want to use. Try to line it up as best as possible, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it like that, and then we can move that out of the way. Is that kind of what I want? It is. However, I do not like, I probably should have gone into Photoshop first to take that off, but what I'm going to do instead, because not everybody has Photoshop, not everybody has editing tools to correct an issue like this, and also because I'm going to be adding wording on here, I think what I can do is to add a border. So what I want to do is, this is our circle, so what I can do is bring the photo, let's try to do an offset first, inside, and we want to bring that in, maybe, nope, that's too much, that might be enough. Okay, so I want to do that, and then we're gonna slice again, and you see how that covered up that outside of that and covered up the lettering that was there. So that's what we want to do. So this, I'm going to go ahead and put that back because we want to make sure, or do I don't really need that, honestly. So I don't need these, so I can take those off. And then I'm going to go ahead and line this up so that it is aligned perfectly, and I think that looks really good, just like that. All right, so we're going to attach those together. Okay, so she wanted to have the same writing on that was on the obituary that says "in loving memory," the name and the dates. So this is going to have to be fairly small because the photo is very small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to zoom in as much as I can so that I can see, and then let's move that over so we can see what that says, and then let's go ahead and get the type tool. Where is it? And what was it? In loving memory. Loving memory. Alright, and then of course it's going to be a lot smaller, maybe even smaller, but first I want to see, I need to find the right font. So we got "in loving memory," and then we're going to do another one with his name and then the dates. Okay. I think that's better. So I'm not going to use that. And I want to keep looking at this because I want to make sure that it's right. Damn. Okay. I think it's good. I think it'll be fine. So I want to try one thing really fast. And this may help with what I'm dealing with in my head. It's way too big. Oh, that's way too big. 0.25. Okay. Apply. Okay. Okay, Ashley. Okay, let's apply that same thing. There we go. All right. Alrighty. Alrighty. Now let's make sure that's all straight. Perfect. All right, y'all. We got it. We got it. I'm happy. Let's go to make. And what we're going to do, let's save this. Memory button. All right. So I want to test this out first beforehand. I don't really want to waste a whole bunch of paper, but I also don't want to print a whole bunch of them and then they're not right. Right side like that. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and continue. And it's on print and cut, so it knows what it's supposed to do. Just move some of this stuff over. Material base set 2. I'm going to do. Is it iron on? Oh, but I needed to cut all the way through, don't I? So I'm gonna do cardstock. So it cuts all the way through, and I don't think this would be. Yeah, this kind of thick. So we'll do it cardstock because I wanted to cut it all the way through, and not just pierce the paper. All right, so let's go ahead and send to printer. We do not need to bleed. This is our printer settings. The photo, I'm gonna print it as is. I don't wanna make any changes to the photos in here. So we're gonna do a test run with these to see how it cuts out. And then adjust as needed. I'm not sure if you heard me or not, but was saying that if your Cricut ever has a problem with finding your registration marks, it could be because your black didn't print dark enough. And in order for the sensor on the Cricut to properly cut out your image, it needs to be able to read those lines. And as you can see on here, these lines are pretty solid. And it could be because of this paper as well. However, I've printed before and the solid lines were not as solid. So what I did to combat that was use a permanent marker. Take a black permanent marker and go right over those lines and run it back through, and it'll work like perfect. And I just use a ruler just in case to make sure that they're straight, so it's not, you know, you don't want it to distort the lines, and then it's just the Cricut's gonna be like, what is that? That's not even that's not even a part of the system. But no, so use a ruler and go over those lines with a permanent marker just to darken them up, and then it will work just fine. Okay. All right, so let's see if this cut all the way through. It looks like it did. It looks like it cut all the way through for us. So what I'm gonna do is, where is my, let me just peel this up. Yep. You see that? It looked like it may have had a little, did it finish? Okay, perfect. And what I'm gonna do for this is I'm gonna cut that off. I'm gonna cut this part off, and I'm gonna keep this sheet because this can be used again. This is a perfectly good piece of photo paper, baby. We're gonna use that. All right, so now we have our 2 buttons right here. That was a good test. So now we have our 2 circles cut out perfectly, and let's go ahead and give it a try. And we're just going to go ahead and put that right inside like that. Oh, that came out so good, y'all. Okay, it might be a tad bit big. Oh no, nope, 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 nope. We're good, we're good, we're good. We're good. Perfect. Let's do the backing. So I have like 30 of these to do, which would take me no time, but we're just gonna do these 2 on camera. So I'm gonna put that in there. That just probably adds a little bit of cushion. All right, so I just put the backing on there. And the backing is actually just feels like regular printer paper. It does not really have, it might be a little bit, it's a little cardstock. It's not that thick. It doesn't really even feel like it, it's gonna, you know, really give that much of a cushion in the back. But so I assume since the pins have to go on your garment, so this is the outer part on this side where the ridge is. See the little bump, and then the inside is flat. You see that, how it has an inlay? That's the inside of the pin. I mean the backing. See the inlay? Yeah. There we go. See that? There's an inlay, and then on the outside, it's a bump. It's like a little ridge. Okay, so because the pin is going to be up against the skin where the ridge is, we want to go on the back side where the inlay is and take the pin in like this. Okay, this is where the inlay is. And the inside, this is what's going to be up against the photo. Okay, so let's go ahead and close that so I don't pin myself. And this is the other side. See that? And then we're just going to close it like that. So now it's on there. One thing you want to keep in mind is that the photo is upright this way. You want to make sure that your pen is upright with the photo. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at the top of his head and kind of guide. I'm going to look at the top of his head like this from above, and I can see my pen from underneath, and then I'm just going to kind of guide that to where I can see the top of the photo. And so I need to turn that a little bit like that and just kind of go back and forth just to make sure that the pen is kind of in the center, and we're going to smash that right down. You heard it click, it kind of clicked into place. And now we have our pen. So let's give it a test. Let's test her out. All right. And then go in there. All right. And there we have it. All right, let's do the other one. All right. And then we're all done, my friends. We are all done. Okay, guys. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, if you've done this before, what are your thoughts and how did they come out? Do you guys like the way they came out? I really do. I really do. So tell me what you guys think. And if you plan on doing this, tag me or however that works on YouTube. I don't know, but I would love to see. So that's it, you guys.